It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Could we get the trainers over to the coach right now? He's got his punt team out there, and it's not fourth down. May change this route. He'll start this drive firing. Shoots it to the left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
It'll be third and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Ducks! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you're looking like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Handoff to the single back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top-5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on. You need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice. When you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone, everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hart. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. The give from the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
One of the things that really impresses me about this receiving group is their physical receivers. They can break tackles. They don't just go down as soon as someone gets close to them. These guys are always fighting for extra yards.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Handoff to the lone back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Between the uprights, it's good. The lead is down to a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job. Stopped the play for no gain.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Zings it complete to the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a first down here to open the period. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're working that left side. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. to the air on first down. Ball was loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover. And a terrific return on the fumble.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Back's looking for the goal line. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The pass play they hoped would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. And look for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it done.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
To the air on second down. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown Ducks! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Georgia, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Makes it past the marker. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pounder. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
So now it's 2nd and long. The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The give. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's McBride. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The give to the back. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the shotgun, the inside give.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, this little guy is going to be difficult for any DB to cover, especially on these slant throws because he gets out of his break and he explodes off the line of scrimmage so quickly.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Offense set on first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. He uncorks one deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snaps it in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers. There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Going to swing it on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Hit as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. It's a fit. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick 6. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in there.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's McBride. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to get out from the shadow of their own end. It's 2nd and 5 from the 10. They'll run it from the gun. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. They'll come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the third. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's McBride. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I love the patience by the quarterback on this drive, too. He's not getting greedy. He's not forcing the ball somewhere where it doesn't need to go. He's just taking what the defense gives him, and this offense, therefore, is matriculating down the field.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's McBride. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Fighting off the defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Now improvising. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. Holds it in on the left. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
An offense has practiced this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get 1st downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This deep.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Toss to the outside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Trying to pound their way in. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied.
Georgia, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Makes the catch. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Dogs want to move quickly.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long.
Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Barrels ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Cal just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in Berkeley. They'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. Not all close games are created equal, but